Hey guys, what's up? This is OGX here, and today we're going to be doing a review of the T62 Alpha, one of my favorite tanks in the game. Actually, it is my favorite tank in the game. So let's start with the stats. So it has a 9.09 second reload, or 9.09 rounds a minute, rather, my bad guys. So that equates, if you're running rammer and rations, which you should do in this tank, you can get it down to a 5.33 second reload. So that is pretty outstanding. That's 3600 DPM. You can get it down to 5.22 if you run vents instead, but I actually recommend against that um, because it's not really a favorite for me anyways. The traverse speed's pretty good. It's pretty quick. It turns pretty quick. It has better terrain resistance than the Object 140, better power to weight ratio than the 140, better turret than the 140, a little bit better dispersion values than the 140, turret rotation. It has 2-second aim time, that's really nice. It has turret armor that is, oh my god, it is gorgeous, guys. So, with that being said, let's get to the armor profile. So, if you look at this tank, you see that its turret is really good. It's really a medium IS-7, to be honest. The hull is pretty trash. I mean, I would never don't expect to bounce the hull ever, because it will not happen. Okay, alright guys, like this hull, kind of play it like you'd play if you've ever played the T44 or even a T54 lightweight at like a tier 9-10 game. Don't expect to bounce the hull. Okay, like it won't happen very often, and like you'll get pen in the upper plate by Tiger 1s and stuff like that, so it's really not that good of a hull. Now, its side armor is enough to side scrape, but you have to be seriously cautious. You cannot over angle. Like, it's kind of more just like if you were to back up against a wall, like, you know, like, so that they're looking at you and they can only see this right here. They can't really pen your side from this angle, but what you want to do is you want to try to bait shots. You don't want to eat shots, because once you start to back up and then they get this angle, they'll pen that side. They'll pen this side pocket, like right there on the right side, right next to the blue and the left. They'll pen that pretty easily, so you can't really side scrape that effectively and pull. Now, back to the turret. As you can see, it's 230 plus, and it's 240 right there, all sloped and angled, so it's a lot more than that. It has great upper turret, like right, you know, on that little red. You're really not going to get penned right there, unless they're shooting heat down on you, or it's a TD that has ridiculous god-awful pen that's overpowered. The cupola is actually pretty strong. I mean, it's not, by all means, not a weak cupola. As you can see, it's actually pretty strong right there in the cupola. They have to hit this little strip on the top, if I could find the actual, like that little blue piece. That's really the only piece you're actually going to get to pen the cupola, because the 62A turret is really solid. As you can see, this little back part here actually is not good. It means that if an artillery is shooting like across the map at you and he hits that, just say goodbye to your tank. It's a insta shot. You'll be dead, and you'll be pretty salty at the end result. I promise you. It's happened to me a few times, and I've done it a few times. So, you know, it's got 950 hit points. That's pretty good. Not 950 for tier 10 medium. It's a little bit around. So 140's got 900, 1900, 900, 430. 140's got 1900. The bat shot's got 1800. The TVP, which we'll be getting in 3 days, will be 1800 as well. The E50M is 2200. So it's about average. It's a little below the German medium tanks, but still not bad. So when we get to equipment, I run this right here, medium caliber tank rammer, vertical stabilizers, and optics. So after having a lot of debate over V-stabs or vents, I settled with V-stabs and optics. And the reason this is it's a medium tank. So if you're in a position where you're going to be having to get spot on your own, optics will help more than vents. And V-stabs is also pretty important, because during turret rotation, this is I think it is the best tier 10 medium while stationary, turning its turret. And I think it's seconded by the 140 on the move. So it has really accurate gun handling. Overall, it's pretty good. Now, consumables, I'd recommend, well, if you're going full tryhard, larger parakit, large first aid kit, rations. If you're only playing to like mark it up, or, well, I guess I shouldn't say mark it up, but you're trying to just play and kick ass, I go rations small and small for like small both of them. Now I run 15 heat. Generally I run 20 heat, because I am trying to 3 mark it, but I'm sitting around 84 right now, so it's really not needed. I have 2 marked it, but having some bad luck. Now, its APCR pen actually has some really nice velocity. It is 1500 if I remember correctly. I think it's 1535, which is, yeah, they're at 1535. It's really nice. You really don't have to lead at 1535 meters a second. I mean, you're shooting 500 meters away, 600 meters away at most. So you have a third second. You have about a third of a second you have to lead ahead, which really isn't that much for a lot of tanks, unless it's like a light tank, really small, moving really fast. Now, I don't have any crew skills in this because I have 2 scrim tanks right here that have all my crews in them, but normally I would run, this right here, the same setup as my T-54, generally because you want to run something that increases your gun handling, your spotting. Obviously, Sixth Sense of Brothers in Arms is a must. Stuff like that is really helpful. So, with that being said, let's get to some gameplay so I can teach you guys how to kick ass in this tank that's really beautiful. So we have Severgorsk here with some really nice matchmaking. Chieftain E5 4005 and 1992. That is kind of AIDS. E5 4005 and a 92. I mean, I really shouldn't be in a spot to get hit by the 92 anyways, but we'll see. I want to go to C1. You can get hold down there. It's generally pretty good to hold the side because I don't expect the tomatoes to hold it. When you play in this tank, you got to expect that you're going to have to carry and rely on the turret. Don't expect your team to support you, don't expect any help from anyone, expect to be a lone wolf, a lone ranger every game you play in it, because generally speaking, if you play it right, I mean, you'll either be the first one dead because you get to a spot and like, oh shit, there's no one with me, or you'll get to a spot and you'll just rain hell. And when that happens, you're on your own, generally speaking. Like, when you're pulling 8,000-9,000 damage games in this tank, it's because that your team sucked, not because that, you got to a great spot. Because this tank sure has great DPM, but it's more of a defense tank than an attack tank most of the time. I mean, it's a great attack tank if you can get hold down, but if you play it too aggressive, no turret cover, like no hull cover, you're just going to get pooped on. People are just going to RBRT, and you're basically, like if this 4005 shoots me in the side, even in the tracks, he will pen. If he shoots me in the front of the hull, he will pen. If he shoots me anywhere but the turret, that's the only place that he will not pen. Which is kind of ridiculous if you ask me. No TD should have that option to just hit me anywhere but the turret in one shot. That's kind of stupid if you ask me, but I don't make this game, Wargaming does. But oh well, you can't win them all. But we don't even know what's going to happen yet. I mean, I did see the Chieftain, which means the 4005 is over here because if they're good platoon mates, that's how you play. I'm going to try to work this. I'm not used to working this in a 62A. I'm used to working it in a bad shot, which is even worse, but because it has less elevation. So I should be able to work this pretty beautifully here in a second. Once I get up a little bit more. And these new physics actually make things really hard. And there we go, I hit his engine. He's gonna YOLO down and get slaughtered. Oh, that was really stupid on his part. He just basically threw his tank away for maybe a kill. Didn't even get the kill. So I'm gonna get a great shot on the Centurion 7-1. I'm gonna hit his engine. I'm gonna go for it again. There's the track. I'm trying to hit his engine again though, so I'm on fire. Spot. No, I do not hit the engine nor the track right there, but I should reload before he can do anything anyways. And GG. As you can see, he's trying to do something about my turret. He had my viewport. That's about it. Nothing that I can really get mad about over that. I'm afraid to push though because there is a 4005 that hasn't spotted. I haven't seen a TD get lit yet, so we'll see. As you can see, he just penned the cheek of my turret. So that's pretty impressive if he did.
Target locked.
Use ammo rack. You can see now I'm going to try to get hold down on these rocks. But as you can see, I actually just have to start playing a little more aggressive than I would like. So I'm almost going to try to roll the side because it looks like our team's going to get either isolated and pushed or something over there. So rip gun depression. Thanks, tank. Just push me so I bounce my shot. This thing's lack of gun depression. This 88's going to pen me right here in a second, by the way. This thing's lack of gun depression, as you can see, is kind of annoying at times, or most of the time. Okay, the 4005 isn't over here. I'm just going to take the hit from this guy. He's going to eat my track. Sit still. Hit that again. Is he gonna look at me? And then I'm just gonna stand kill shot. I'm gonna try to help this Yak Tiger out before he gets pooped on by these two light tanks. Or he just gets ammo-racked. I'm just gonna get the snapshot off. Try to get as much damage as I can before this game is over. Oh, his buddy is gonna get him killed. That is really unfortunate. There's 4005 up there. Now, I'm gonna fall back to base. Right now, I have a I'm gonna tap A. I'm gonna do the Unicum thing and just tap A because I'm a peasant and really don't want to have to aim. They just won this game actually. It's kind of depressing. I was doing pretty decent until they just got base. I'm not feeling optimistic that this leopard can reset. Oh nope, they got off base. Oh boy, they just goofed up. That 35 seconds should be enough to reset. Should be enough to reset. Oh, rip. Can I get the RB? Can I get it? Can I get it? No, I can't get it. Alright.
Ready to fire on target.
You can see I just missed on the move, but I have no shot to conquer.
Target locked.
I just actually goofed up my target priority. Oh, they just reset. You can see I'm firing on the move right now. I'm trying to kill the Panther without stopping. It's working generally pretty well, but I'm just trying to get into base and get as much damage as I possibly can before we die. Or before we cap out. I can see I haven't switched to heat yet. Switched off the heat yet, because I'm just trying to get, you know, tracks and stuff like that, assisted damage, etc. And because this game's still super close. I'm trying to use this T-32 as cover, but it's not really working so well.
Our team destroyed an enemy.
He bounces an APCR into my side. That's actually amazing. I'm going to switch away from heat now. So I have 5 kills, 20 pens. I may have fired a little unnecessary gold right there, but I wasn't sure. I'd rather track them and, you know, have my team do something than not. I'm kind of worried about that 4005. I don't know where the hell he is, and I'm kind of scared to roll a corner on him. I'm petrified to roll a corner on him right now, actually, because this is actually a game where my gun is super important to win. We actually lost that. E5 is probably in the base. I'm going to switch back to heat because I don't really know what I'm going to come across over here, and whatever I do come across, I know that I'm going to need to pen it. I need to pen it every shot to win this game. This is a really, really close game, and it's really nerve-wracking right now. So as you can see, I try to just kind of use my hit points a little bit once I realized how close the game was. I lost the M103, just got out of range. Oh, here's the 4005 right there.
Target locked. Loaded and ready. Target locked.
I'll try to
Enemy's got
bait it.
sights. We lost an ally.
I don't think that was him that just bounced, but
Ready to fire on target.
and right now you got to learn to pick and choose your battles. I'm gonna fall back because that's the smart thing to do, and defend base. Hopefully this 405 doesn't sneak one into my ass, because I'd probably scream, to be honest with you. I'm not even kidding. I'd probably scream and you'll all hear it. Oh, great shot, artillery. Well fucking played. Outstanding. So they have a Conqueror and M103 left. I'm not really concerned about that. I'm concerned about the E5. The E5 is a little bit OP. I now have 5 kills, 22 pens, 3 spotted hits, 1 track hit, 12 crit hits. This is a pretty good game so far. There's a lot of potential. I don't want to go chasing them because I don't want to get caught out in a spot where I'm not pulled down. I'm going to do the one thing that I absolutely cannot stand, and it honestly makes me cringe to even think that I'm going to do this, but I'm actually going to camp. And as much as I would hate that, as much as I hate doing this, I can push this artillery forward, and then I can use them as cover because they don't have artillery anymore. So, I mean, I can't not stand capping or defending base like this. It honestly makes me cringe, but I kind of have to do it in order to win this game, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm trying to put a little bit of cover to fall back into. I'm trying to push him sideways. Like this. Bam. So now I should be golden. I don't know how much hold down I am right now. It looked like I was pretty hold down before, but we'll see. Now I'm gonna actually probably fast forward this, but this guy, that 405 was a former. If you guys didn't know that. If you guys didn't know that, I think he's a former. So I think I've seen his gamer tag before. Now I cannot stand defending the base. Honestly, like this is making me like really hate life right now. I cannot stand this. But I want to play passive. I don't want to get caught out in the open. This is a very, like, we could, if I die, this game's lost. I have no faith that a T-49 could easily carry this. Now there's the Conqueror.
Right at us.
Gonna fix that.
We fixed the track. Let's roll. Punched a hole in their armor. Reloaded. Enemy armor is damaged. Our tracks come off. We're stuck.
Now, right now I don't have any repair kits or anything like that because I used to get the shot on the Conqueror early, and he tracks me again. So right now I'm just spotting for this artillery. I can't actually do anything.
Tracks up. Let's go. We just dinged them.
And he's also hold down right now.
Ready to fire. That one drilled straight through.
I know that I out-reload him, so I'm gonna take another shot.
Enemy is hit.
Try to get this ML3 out of the fight.
We pierced their armor. They've spotted
Greatly
us.
done on his part. Come on, I want to let me request fire on this jackass.
Enemies looking right at us.
Our T-49's about to go around and derp this guy. This is going to be absolutely amazing.
Zero penetration. Locked and loaded.
And bam, look at that shot.
We've only got
And
one
bam,
tank left.
there we go.
We fixed the track. Let's roll.
Artillery does get taken out, but that's alright. We just got this down to
Focus on this
a
location.
battle that's really close now, and now I have all these depressions and hills to use to my advantage. So this is actually a really nice game that played out right here. Even if we don't win, I don't know how I'm gonna hold out. I don't have much faith in myself. I'm kind of sweating. Knees weak, arms are heavy, you know, that whole thing. So I want to try to keep the disc because the second he closes, it's a GG because his armor is retarded. And sorry I said that on stream if that offends you guys. I didn't mean it in any like offensive way, but I'm trying to use this gun depression. This T-49 is full health, so if we can get early spots in this guy and take him out, that'd be fantastic. I am playing kind of dumb right now. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm sideways on top of a fucking mountain. But all said and done with Justice, this guy is playing pretty smart right now, actually. He's doing the smart thing. He's going to go defend base from his base cap.
We've got a lock.
So he's a one-shot. I now know that he's a one-shot. So this T-49, I know exactly what he's going to do. I'm going to have the T-49 hopefully push that side. I'm going to push this side and hopefully get a nice pincer. I might throw my tank away, but oh well. We can both just take this guy. I mean, we have the numbers. Oh shit. Come on, dude. We can take this guy out. Just follow me, you idiot. Come on. Oh my god. He's gonna get... Come on, dude. If the two of us push him at the exact same time... And that's right now, that's all we're playing. We're just playing a numbers game. If we can both push him at the same time, he'll be ours. I take a snapshot. He misses. I miss. 50 seconds on the clock. I'm just gonna go like that. Eat a shot, probably. Oh yeah, eat that shot, baby. Eat that shot.
Ready to fire on target.
And I take him out. GG, bud. GG.
We did it. We won.
That was an outstanding game right there. That was 8,400 damage, 1,300 assisted. That was an amazing game. That was fantastic. That was absolutely amazing. I'm actually shaking from that game. That was so close. That was really fucking close. Like, man, that game right there is just what this tank can do. That was so nice. I fired 40 shots out of 50. I landed 36 and hit 29. That's a pretty good ratio. High caliber spotter, shell proof, fire for effect, bruiser, mastery badge, ace tanker. Brought my mark up 1.4%, devastator, top gun, and a steel wall blocking 4,100 damage, and I made money for it. 1,950 base experience. That is a game that is so amazing.